What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Kid Kraftin. This is the show where I show you how to do a craft project for your little guys. Today I have for you a couple of different ways of doing some turkey decorations that are perfect for Thanksgiving. So the first one is going to be for your real small kids. I have done this particular one with a kid as young as 2. So it's this little guy right here. There is some parent supervision involved here because you are going to need a little bit of glue and some scissors. So an older kid that you trust with those things or a parent is going to be recommended. The next one is for your slightly older kids. It's very similar, with one big difference. Look at this guy. Look how cute he is. I might actually use this myself. Anyway, so again, you're going to need some glue and some scissors for this one. So, this one is a little more time consuming. So it's going to be better for slightly older kids, who have a little bit more of an attention span. So, I'm going to go ahead down my list. I have all my supplies that I use in this little tub, and so I'm just going to go down the list of what you're going to need. You're going to need a paper plate, some markers, crayons, or colored pencil, whatever you trust your little guys with to do this project. Some googly eyes, a glue stick, or you could just use like regular old like white liquid Elmer's glue or craft glue, whatever you have around. Some scissors, a pencil, some construction paper. I recommend brown. And you're also going to need some cut up squares of tissue paper, or you could use construction paper if you happen to have some laying around. I did fall colors, as you can see by Mr. Turkey here. You could really do, like, don't fight with your kids on the colors of these. It's not worth it. Pick your battles. I'm going to have everything that I used linked down below. But I do want you to keep in mind, I wasn't super thrilled with the tissue paper that I got. Most of the colors in there were fine. I wish the orange was a little more vibrant. And it actually did not have green in it. I actually happen to just have this green, which again is, I would have preferred a darker green, but the way the package was on this tissue paper is it looked like it had green in it. It had like this paper that was in front of it that showed all the colors that were supposed to be in the package, but it was not very accurate, I found. All of the ones that were supposed to be green were very blue and very pale. So I'm also going to link to some green tissue paper if you want to do that. But again, you can always use construction paper if that's what you happen to have around. That would work too. So gather all your gear and let's get started. Okay guys, for my first turkey decoration, I'm going to start off doing the like little kid version. And so I'm just going to take a paper plate. I'm just using a small one for these two projects because it'll just be quicker. So I just cut that in half. You only need 1/2 for this. And then you could have your little ones do this with marker, colored pencil, crayon, whatever they're old enough to be using, and you're not, worried about them making a huge, ginormous mess with. I just happen to have markers already, so I'm just going to use markers. So I just selected fall colors, red, orange, yellow, brown. But you know what? Don't argue with your young kids over what colors to use because, they're little kids. It's not worth it. Pick your battles. Um, anyway, I am just going to take the markers and color this paper plate however I feel like. Not going for anything in particular. I'm just going to try to maybe just emulate some little kid coloring here. So I will kind of fast forward through this because it's not super important. Okay, so here is my colored paper plate, which we're trying to, look like turkey tail feathers. While the kids are doing their coloring, you can be cutting out the body of the turkey in some construction paper, and you want to do it in kind of a peanut shape. I'll just go ahead and draw one on here real quick for you to kind of get the idea of. I don't like that one. So, kind of like so, like this one. This one came out all wonky, as you can see. So, it doesn't have to be perfect, just a rough, kind of peanut shape. You can make them skinny, make them fat, whatever. You can draw several of them and let the kids choose which one they want. So I'm just going to cut this out. Great. Got my turkey shape. Get rid of this paper. So now I'm just going to take a glue stick and I'm just going to glue my turkey body onto... Ooh, I didn't know this was the purple kind. This dries clear, by the way. I'm just going to glue his body onto the plate right in the middle. Like so. And now I'm going to take some googly eyes. These are the ones that have adhesive on the back. So I'm just going to pop a couple of these off. Stick them on there. They're a little big for my head size of my turkey. That's okay. Okay, got his little eyes on. And I'm just going to draw on a little beak like that. If you wanted to cut out like an orange or yellow beak from construction paper, you definitely could do that. You could also do that, give him some feet. But, a little kid, I think, probably going to be satisfied with this. Now, for the next one, I'm going to take my other half of my paper plate, and there's a couple different ways you could do this. You could cut out squares from construction paper, or I'm going to use tissue paper, and I just cut up a bunch of squares of tissue paper in advance. They're all roughly the same size, and I just chose fall colors again because I think they are pretty. I'm just going to get some out on my table here. That'll make it easier. I'm going to draw another turkey shape. I don't like that one again. Okay. I'm gonna cut it out. Now I'm going to take my plate, take my turkey body, and just, I'm not going to glue it on yet, but I'm just going to kind of trace around it so I know where it's going to go, and you'll see why in a minute. Okay. So now I know where my turkey's going to go. I'm going to set this aside. And you're going to need for this a pencil, and you're going to use the eraser side. You're going to need your squares of tissue paper and your glue again. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down to start with. I like that I ended up with the purple glue because you guys can see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to take a square of my tissue paper and wrap it around the pencil like this, and then stick that down onto the paper plate. And I'm going to keep doing that until the paper plate is covered except for where the body of the turkey is going to go. So just going to keep going and add more glue as I need it. Why is this lid so hard to take off? Okay, I'm going to keep going with that, and I will come back to show you the finished product. Okay guys, I'm back. I have my plate covered with tissue paper. Look how cool that looks. I love it. I specifically remember doing this project in like 2nd grade. So now you can see why I didn't glue down my turkey body, because he would be all covered up by the tissue paper. So, how do we solve this problem? We're going to give him a little spring thing to sit upon. So I'm just going to cut out a strip of construction paper, and I'm going to fold it like a fan. We all made paper springs in school, so I know you guys know how to do this, and I'm sure it needs no real explanations. Okay, got that. Now I can see if I want to leave it the height it is or maybe cut it down. I'm just going to kind of give it a test. Stick it on there, set it on there and see how high it is. So I think I'm going to cut off just a little bit of it. Nothing crazy. And now I'm going to glue it on to my turkey body. I'm just going to put a little glue on there. And then just press it down onto the body. And then I'm going to put a little glue on the other end. And stick that down onto the paper plate. And then you can kind of just position it where it looks good. Looks pretty good. And now, where did I put my googly eyes? Okay, I can get my googly eyes and give him some eyeballs. These are kind of a pain to operate with long nails, just FYI. Okay, now he has eyes. Again, I'm going to draw on a little beak for him. But you could definitely do one out of some yellow or orange paper. That would be cool to give him some feet. And there you go. So these are just a couple of easy craft decorations for your kids when they are driving you crazy during Thanksgiving break and you need to give them something to do while you are getting Thanksgiving ready to happen. So yeah, I hope you guys like these. Leave me a comment down below to see, let me know what other crafts you'd like to see, and I will do my best to execute those for you. Everything that I use today will be listed down below, so you can have a shopping list. I will see you guys next time. Bye!